Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to play Record of Greypine in their Yandere games info.io. Let's begin. Ooh, it's like our... Oh, it's operating system. It's the work computer. The system's property of Green Pines. Welcome. Please enter your first name. Lion. Please enter your last name. Ellen. She, her. You're now logged in. Thank you for using our system. Oh, it's so cute. That's so cute. Quick menu. Okay. You've grown softly, stretching your upper body in exhaustion. After hours of mindless typing and putting documents into the old OS system, your muscles ache in protest. You arrive at Green Pines National Park under the terms of a government placement program. Escorted more by paperwork than people. Hey, I'll be fine. Wilderness, computers, I'll be set. It's as far from civilization, its buildings worn down by the weather and time rather than the reforce against the threat. Radios cut in and out, internet access limited, unreliable. Some areas have no signal at all. It's like we probably have more internet now. Thanks to some internet that I should not name. Orientation is brief. Pacifical and oddly general. You're shown where to sleep, where you clock in, and which trails are off limits without explanation. It's been a week, then another, and somehow you still don't have a proper role or position in the visitor center. Just tasks handed to whoever doesn't say no fast enough. Not to mention the way you've been sleeping. Fitful, restless, etc. A great way to start the day. And today marks the 16th anniversary of Green Pine Country infamous missing children's case. Oh, there's a missing children's case. The bears did it. Wait, no, the beaver did it. It's a beaver. The beaver did it. F4 once again stressed that there is no evidence of foul play, despite the renewed public interest. Zzz. You ignore the broken radio. For what feels like the 100th time, it's almost too serene. You close your eyes, inhaling the scent of pine, and aged wood, something that's probably been here longer than you've been alive, yeah. There's a jump scare. Boo. Gah! A bloke. You just popped out. It's all like you went behind my back. You nearly fell off your chair. In real life, I'll be scared, but cutting your chest, you jerk your head up. Irritation flashing across your face. A smell palate wrestles in as you glare at the culprit. A manager actually did that on me once when I was trying to do something. Not a store manager, but like in their a department, and I didn't want to be near him out for a while. Oopsie, didn't think you'd be that startled. Standing far too close to one of your coworkers, Liam. I was gonna say Liam even though I know the name. Though he calls himself Lenny. Because it's cuter or something. He's dressed in his usual casual outfit. Casual clothes, sweater, threads sticking out everywhere. His bangs scared in his eyes. And you know that mischievous glint in there, fixed on your misery. Tilting his head a little, he leans in even closer before bursting out laughing. Gosh. You're so adorable one without question. I should have brought Benny's camera. From the distance, you catch the faint scent of herbs clinging to him. Right. Don't have work to do other than jump scaring your coworkers? Liam hums as if you were asked him something incredibly complex. As far as you remember, he's indoor staff and infant, and occasionally a tour guide. Though Greenpine rarely gets visitors. So it's unusual for this resident hippie to wander freely without a uniform. Not that he ever wears one anyway. So we whack at the clock. It's lunchtime, unless you want this morphia. Really? You wipe your head towards the wall clock, squinting as if it might be lying. The hand rests comfortably past noon. You didn't realize how focused you were, wrestling with the ancient computer and all. Oh, so much for just one more file. You stomach twist right on cue, deeply offended at being ignored. See, told ya. I'll be eating while I'm on the computer. Probably. He pushes himself off the counter, stretching dramatically. If you keep skipping meals, you're gonna pass out and then I'll get blamed. Tragic. Not to mention you need energy tonight. Vaccine day and all. You know what Captain Gold is? How Captain Gold is? Like Captain Gold? He chuckled at the painfully encouraging nickname. I doubt that. He complained more about that name than anything. Well, no faith. He grins anyway. Come, canned food waits for no one. If it's actually good. Don't complain when it's free. You should be used to it by now. 1 week is enough for me. You shrug and push your chair back, the old legs screeching against the floor. As you scan the monitor, amidst a soft beep while shutting down, the file safely saved. Barn, what's take you so long? Yikes, Atlantis is here. He's cute. Definitely probably gonna do everyone's out. Liam immediately scoots aside, making room for the taller man approaching the counter. I asked you to call for last name LN 10 minutes ago. What on earth were you doing? You strain instinctively at the stern yet oddly calming voice. Alan Montgomery. Oh, there's a second Yandere named Alan. The unofficial head of the visitor center is now in front of you. In his country uniform, hair uneven from the shuffle, your eyes catching on the two white streaks faded through it, matching the pale lashes framing his blue eyes. I'm just gonna say blue. And that he's the one who kind of makes you do the desk job. I want mind doing the desk job. The others react quicker. Already familiar with how this works. You hesitate just long enough for the choice to be made for you. Honestly, you weren't that butthurt about it yet. Those eyes linger on you, so unreadable, before he finally looks away. Ah, save me, Wyan! Alan crosses his arms, unimpressed, clearly immune to the fearastics. We don't have time for this. I still have several topics I want to discuss over lunch. They're important. Topics? I will explain everything at once. Oh, and here I thought you wanted to be a social butterfly. Or maybe hogging Wyan to yourself. Watch your words. I'm simply looking after her. There's still training, safety protocols, and several procedures to cover. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, let's eat already. Bye. Liam skips off down the hallway, leaving you alone with Alan. Montgomery. Alan. Just Alan. Okay, that's easier to pronounce. Sorry, Alan. He walks away before you could say anything else. This isn't working. A delay just pulses through your upper body. Familiar. You roll your shoulders absentmindedly. Last week had been long. Thinking about it leaves you feeling strangely lost. You step into the cafeteria, tray in hand, filled with warmed-up canned food, scanning the room out of habit despite knowing there won't be anyone else. In front of you, a long cafeteria table is already occupied. Benjamin Benkins, your roommate, sits slightly hunched over near the edge, fingers loosely wrapped around a plastic cup, long gone cold. His dark brown hair falls messily into his tired, red-limbed eyes. Eyes that look like they haven't seen proper sleep in days. Probably since we got here. Across from him, the Piker siblings are locked in their usual exchange. Palmia leans heavily onto the table, cheek pressed against the surface. Dark red violet hair slipping over the shoulders of her purple turtleneck and rector uniform. There's sharpness in her posture, to the way her eyes track her little brother, already prepared to strike back with a remark if he steps out of line. So more sunny, meanwhile looks entirely unbothered. Sun-tanned skin, blonde hair pulled back just enough to reveal the dark, burned scar crawling along the right side of his face. His eyes don't settle on the single color, brown near the lid, then fading into green and blue, like it's never quite decide what it want to be. A small beard frames his face as it sighs in exaggerated exhaustion. I can't believe it took me almost 2 weeks to get that stupid video player working again. My skill must have gone rusty or something. At least we can get the newbie to watch a proper train tape. You make it sound like it's that informative. Didn't we learn that the hard way? You learned it the hard way. I do not want to be informed about how you got the cool scar again, thank you. What about Ben? You never complain. Yeah, because he was annoyed and didn't make his entire personality. He never brings up unless you start it. I share facts because it's relevant. I'm not interested enough to brag about anything anyway. Wait. Got him. He had no sound lingering right behind you. The tray already filled, just standing there longer than necessary, like he's been waiting for something to line up before moving. Or that he's literally waiting for you to pick the seat. 6 people in total. It's quieter than anyone would expect. No background chatter. No TV noise. Just the hum of old appliances. Wow, still depressing. Love that for us. Keep the energy. William casually joins Ben's side, picking at the Browns' food before fake gagging at it. Earning a pout from Ben and a chuckle from Pamela. A bit more and I think we'll be in one of those horror TV shows or something, judging by the canned food. It's like, who would be the killer? I think it'd be Jason. Man, bro, don't jinx it. Everyone looks so startled. Your expression's quickly caught up by the cunning pacifist. He chuckles before waving you over with excitement, as if he didn't see you if he'd meant to go. Come on, sit. We don't bite. Speak for yourself. Only emotionally. You decide to. I'll sit next to Liam. You sit beside Liam. He beams like he just won something. He merely leans closer, whispering into your ear. I knew you liked me. He was so close you briefly worry he might actually bite your ear. Oh wow, is this a workplace romance already? Hey, what? I'm just stating facts. Very corny. Why, want one? An unoppressed glare is his way. Make him back off with a grin. Don't look so emotionally constipated. Alan only averts his gaze before properly sitting down at the table beside Pamela. Though no matter where you sit, tension still coils in your shoulders. You should have warmed up to this by now, but somehow you haven't. You probably start digging into your food, poking at more than naturally eating. Your thoughts race, trying to find a way to slide naturally into their conversation. This food sucks. I hate canned food. Beggars can't be choosers. I am this close to forging random stuff outside. Do it. If you dare, go ahead. I'll prepare the coffin. I'll eat everything that's left. Good. Zero waste. Plus, we'll all get the new supplies next delivery while you're crying over canned corn. Figures. You look to say something. You want to say something. Anything. But your inner voice is already listing every possible way you embarrass yourself. Thankfully, Alan clears his throat. May have everyone's attention. The sound alone is enough to snap everyone back into place. You lift your gaze from your tray. Alan's expression is serious, his eyes sharp as they sweep across the table before briefly setting on you. I know we already went through this a lot this morning. Clearing trails, checking damage from yesterday's storm. But we have two main problems. First, the radio towers. One of them appears to have been cut an hour or two ago. Even if the main tower is still standing, the railway may be fried. And even if the railway's fine, the main tower could have lost alignment. There are two radio towers? William shifts his seat, already leaning forward before Alan can respond. Yeah, main tower northwest. Relay tower for northeast. Those things are older than the turtle. If one goes down, the other usually follows. Normally, Alan and Sonny handle it, but after a storm like that, yeah, I can see why they want company. Alan clears his throat louder this time. Thank you for the interruption, Mom. Very affirmative. Love the sass, King. Then I'll join you, little brother. Could have been anyone, but oh well. Shh. Next on the list, Binkins. You request assistance? Yeah. I tried to clean up the recovery. I tried to clean up and recover what I could, but yesterday's storm was very sudden and harsh. It's kind of trashed the whole garden. I think we need to start from scratch. Sounds like a job. Before Alan could respond, a voice cuts through the room. It echoes faintly from the direction of the front hall. Hello, is anyone here? Hello? Honey, maybe they're busy. Don't shout. Oh, right, sorry. Well, aren't I lucky today? Sorry, Benny. Looks like I'm getting company at the worst possible time. Might need a hand, too. Who knows? Maybe it's a tourist group. Right after a storm? That's odd. Hopefully they know camping is allowed. They'll probably still camp. Then here's how we'll handle this. I'll head to the radio tower with the pikers. That takes priority. Have to listen to you again. Benkins, continue salvaging what samples you can. We'll inform the state about the delay in sending the samples after the storm is fixed. Okay. Brom, you're not skipping this. And you, Ellen, you will not be idle. The room goes quiet. They're waiting for you to choose first. You decide to? I think I'm going to go with Alan first. Help Alan. You never really had a chance to explore the park. Something about the force keeps tugging at you. Helping them out there feels like killing two birds with one stone. You really do need some fresh air. And honestly, watching the forest rangers work sounds a lot more interesting than filing reports and answering radios. I'll be fine with doing the filing reports and answering the radios. It didn't come. Wait. I didn't come here for something. Maybe you could try something new. Maybe get to know your stalling coworkers better. And the two lively siblings that never seem to run out of energy. I want to go with you if that's okay. His eyes widened briefly before settling back into their usual calm. But his gaze lingers on you longer than necessary, as if he's reassessing something. Of course, I think it would be better if we go in pairs rather than tripole. We're already behind on fixing the tower. If we split up alone and someone gets hurt again, that's more time lost. Besides, you really look like you want to see what's in this park. Oh, so it was obvious. Heat creeps into your cheeks, embarrassment curling in your chest. Sorry, I'll try not to get in the way. Befriending a doll on it fur, Pamela slings an arm around your shoulders, pulling you close without warning. At this time, Sunny reaches over and ruffles your hair into something that vaguely resembles a bird nest. You just give us bed hair, Ed. You're thinking too much. Love the energy you have, newbie. Maybe in the future I might start calling you a veteran or something instead. That just makes her sound old. That does. Liam speaks while already stepping backward, boots scuffling against the floor. He's half turned, like he's reluctant to fully leave. His mouth falters just a little, barely noticeable. Anyways, I'm going now. Not skipping my work, I swear. And I thought I would get to spend time with YN. Next route. Nearby, Ben offers you a small, awkward smile. His eyes flicker towards you, then quickly away. Me too. Good luck, guys. Oh, you guys are have your routes done too. Return before dinner. I'll get everything heated up in advance. Thank you, Benkins. We will. After a brief glance at Sunny, his eyes settled on you. I think I heard that VHS player is fixed. I should bring Ellen to check on it first. You blink. How did he even hear that from this far back? Wasn't like he was actually behind you at that moment. Oh, he was. No one else questions it, though. Maybe he just has better hearing than most. Yeah, we got some spare time anyway. No need to rush, right? Took too long, honestly. Sunny, I will be waiting outside then. And don't get too scared, newbie. It's kind of graphic. He probably sing worse. Don't exaggerate it. The siblings exchange a look. Both of them lingering, wide and unreadable, before heading off to get ready. The room feels quieter once everyone's gone. Ellen stands there for a moment, staring blankly ahead. Come. Follow me. Okay, we have to have a video. For the intro use only. I'm sorry about the audio, but I will see if I have to edit it out. I do like how they use actual footage. Wait, that doesn't look like a real deer. Looks like Gravity Falls. The Wizard of Animals. So, what are we in? Like are they mutated? Do we need the Ninja Turtles? Okay, so we are in a like radioactive place. Okay, no immunity. Yeah, maybe we should have looked at research of where we were gonna work at. Maybe they're devil fruit. Okay, so don't eat it. Don't try to get devil fruit powers. Litter of animals. I'm pretty sure they're just gonna kill us. Or the bunny from wait, uh, My Pipe and the Holy Grail. Yeah, sorry about the audio. I put one up, and I thought the I didn't have any words in here. Weirdly, I think Blanks could actually be cannibal because being be camels in real life. So if there's no food, bow and arrow. That scared the crap out of me. It seems to. Found the culprit. He nudges the loose tape back inside the box. The plastic casing is sparked with little black spots, riddling, crawling alive ants. They're shift beneath the clear shell, dust cluttering along the ribbon in the case. Your skin crawls just looking at it. The chewers. They ate tapes, apparently aptly named. At rest, they stay dormant. They buried themselves in the ribbon layers. But once the tape warms up, they wake up. That's why it looks fine when you put it in. That's what you are wondering about. So is it already infested? Ellen gives a sharp nod. Yes. Which is precisely why the room is scheduled for inspection. Exhales through his nose, irritation barely contained even for someone as stomach as him. Far responsible for cleaning this area. This room is supposed to be inspected every other day. He's not doing it. I think I see the dust and the cracks in the wall. Incompetent. Clearly, that was a neglect. The tapes aren't even right side up. He sounds mad. I probably should change the subject. Is there any way this could be fixed? Once the chewer settle in, the internal ribbon is compromised. Even if they remove them, the footage would be fragmented. It's like what we work on it with the computer. Alan massages his temples slow and deliberate, like he's growling himself. So he turns away, shoulders stiff, as if staying any longer might make him say something he would regret. Paula and Sunny should be done preparing by now. Wait! He stops, doesn't turn, looking around at first. I just want to say thank you again. For what? For letting me go with you. And for not treating me like I just get in the way. His expression barely changes, but his eyes do. You don't get in the way. If I thought you were Byrne, I would have ordered you to stay here. You should know that. He turns away again, composure sliding back into place. Let's go. They're waiting. You're not sure what exactly, but something about the way Alan spoke so direct, so stern, so deep into your chest. Warm enough to make you feel like maybe you belong here. You must have been staying inside far too long, because the moment you step out for the back doors, the cold hits you full force. It amazes you how Pamela and Sunny stand there like the weather is perfectly normal. You sneeze. The sound finally gets their attention. Bless you. You sure you're okay? Could still change your mind. I'm sure Ben and Liam could use an extra hand. The offer sounds practical on the surface, reasonable even. Still, it comes out a little too clinical, a little too ready to get rid of you. Or that you were thinking into it a little too much. Sonny doesn't seem like the type to weigh every word before he says it. No thoughts. Head empty kind of guy. It probably wasn't that deep. I'm good. Probably just where. It's kind of damp. Yeah, it's pretty damp now. You said it. You get used to it, newbie. Wow, my own sister's now figuring this out. Can you not? I'm trying to behave for once. Look at Alan's face. Alan remains quiet, like a teacher waiting for their students to finally shut up. Y'all do. Check everything again. We're vaccinated. We've done this route a dozen times. No need for a map. I'm probably not vaccinated all the way through, though. Nothing out here is going to drop dead on us because we missed our checklist item. One checklist item. That query upsets Alan, at least a little. Be prepared. Campbell bunnies. But his expression never changes, save for a quiet glare. That attitude is exactly how people get hurt. Or worse. Go to the relay. I'll go in. I'll go with Ellen. To the main tower. Whatever. Not cool, Sonny. We're not tourists wandering off trail. We know what we're dealing with. It's just repetitive hearing every time. A right hero. Save the ego contest for later. He didn't say it for only you to hear. She glances at you. Her expression is softening just a little. We're splitting paths anyway. She gestures towards a narrow trail branching off to the left. It disappears quickly into the thicker bush, sending a prickle of unease down your spine. But without radio, how will we communicate? We got flares. Absolutely not. Flares are emergency only. They only attach attention. You know that. That's why we bring axes, not guns. Oh, axe. Okay, that's okay. The battle axe I have is dead. One pop in the air isn't gonna summon the forest. You don't know what will spawn. You fix problems at the root, not one that's already happening. That's why we're vaccinated anyway. Did you give stick up your butt today or something? He's trying to keep us alive. So furtive. Totalitarian. The tension makes your chest tighten. Your body steps back on instinct. You don't know why, only that the feeling is familiar, uncomfortably so. Okay, enough. This isn't helping anyone. How about we just get this over with? We could continue the banter over dinner or something. You two are grown, but adults. Don't make me say this. Especially you, Sonny. You're older than him, and he makes more sense than you. Sonny scoffs, but says nothing. Neither does Alan. Instead, he gaze flickers towards you. He looks almost unsettled. Then let's get to it. All right. We'll do it clean. Back before sunset. Pamela meets your eyes and offers a small, reassuring smile. We'll be back before you even miss us. You return with a polite nod before she reaches out and tugs Sonny's sleeve. Let's go, big doofus. Stop looking like a pouty child. With that, Pamela and Sonny finally leave. Sonny lingers just long enough to mutter under his breath, his voice fading as it disappears down the trail. As if anything has ever happened to us. Once they're truly gone, Alan exhales slowly, a single breath steadying himself. Let's move. He nods, drawing hard. Then you follow him, bracing yourself for whatever this trail holds. The walk is quiet, except for the gravel sounds of boots pressing into the damp path. You take in the scenery, of expecting something, anything to leap out from between the trees. A deliverable. Okay, a shadow, a mistake. But so far, it's just a mountain forest. The trees crowded in all the sides. Their trunks thick and ancient. Bark stick with old rain and leech. Fog clinging low. Leaves heavy with moisture. Branches creaking softly above. Your skin prickles, even every hair on your arm standing on end. This is way scarier than you thought. Everyone paces along as steady. Not rushed, but fast enough that you have to focus to keep up. Still, he slows slightly. Just enough for your legs to catch up. You could tell he's listening. Not just hearing, but listening. Alerting for everything out of place. For how far is it from here? Precisely 2.64 miles. Back and forth? Is that just going there? Going there. You probably should have asked that earlier. Maybe you were too eager to be useful. It's like, no, I probably should have gone for Liam. Or Ben. You can still go back if you want. No, I'm not. Your voice comes out firmer than you expect. Like you're standing your ground, claiming your place beside him. Your eyes stay glued to the moist soil. You don't want to see his expression. If there's even is one beyond the unreadable clown. You hear a shaking exhale from him. He does that a lot. Noted. You walk over, boots squishing in a damp, weave-drawn path before Alan suddenly halts. The abruptness of his stop makes you nearly bump into him. You stay yourself, brace breath catching as your gaze drops to where he's looking. Font entry. It pressed deep into the mud are tracks, massive, impossibly large hoofs prints, far bigger than any deer you seeing in the field guide. Their sharp edge, the indications crisp. If made only a moment ago, the patterns within the hooves is strange, almost like the holes of the fingerprint, swirling and rigid. Before you can ask, he answers the question already forming in your head. Recent tracks. From... If fretted deer. A fretted deer? Derivative of a deer. Its antlers go like roots, like the ones in the tape. Its structures resembles tightly packed threads. Almost human-like eyes, some say. He moves again, but his hand doesn't leave the axe as belt. You can hear your own heartbeat in your ears, every instinct urging you to scan shadows, to listen for a branch snapping or a breath that isn't your own. I can't tell if you're lucky or unlucky. Why? Category 2. So, medium? It's only classified as Category 2 due to the lack of data. It has rare sightings and rare encounter rate. You clench your bag a little tighter. You want to ask a dozen questions, but only one came out. What does it do? It can unthread its antlers. Use the fibers like wire, which they are sharp enough to slice for predators. You nod, trying to stay your breathing. The forest feels suddenly enormous. Every sound magnified. Then what do we do? We can keep going. He gestures steadily towards the trail. The tracks veer off path. It should likely move elsewhere. He walks just a bit. He won't attack unless startled. It shouldn't. And if anything happens, I'll get you out. The words land so suddenly that you almost miss them. You're not sure he heard Alan right. It throws you off, leaving his thoughts scrambling to keep pace with your heart. Alan turns away to continue walking. You can't see his face, but you do catch the faint red tilt at the tips of his ears. Did he really mean it, or maybe he's annoyed. I'm extra responsibility. It shouldn't be strange if he thought that, even if he said otherwise. Don't make that face. He blinks startled as he slows to walk beside you. It's better that you came. Really? Better than Sonnen. Well, the bar must be that high. Not be that high. Was he always like that? Reckless. Obnoxious. Laid back to a fault. Disregards precautions. Take your pick. This is one of the few times Pamela steps in. Normally she watches us argue like we're children. My guess is she didn't want you seeing bad examples. I see. The air between you feels thinner somehow. For a moment, neither of you say anything. You thought the conversation is over. Did you think he was making sense earlier? You glance at him, searching for this reason behind the abrupt shift. But Alan's expression's already composed. Focus on the path ahead. Though the question hangs heavily in the air. Did Sony make sense earlier? No, he was just being reckless. No, he was being reckless. Freedom doesn't mean ignoring consequences. That's what I've been trying to explain. Risk isn't bravery. It's calculation. And sometimes he forgets that there are people paid for the outcome. And they don't enjoy being the strict one. But someone has to think ahead. I'm glad you see that. The smile comes as quickly as it disappeared. You never saw him click his lip in the slightest, not once. But it's not like you're brave to bring up again. Might as well be your imagination. The conversation tapers off naturally. Near of you are refer. The gravel under your shoes fills the space instead. It's uncomfortable. Ah, I should say something. I don't want it to go quiet again. You wonder if he's still thinking about what you said. You talked to him about. I'm curious about the glitchy tape. The glitchy tape. About the tape earlier. Yes. There were parts missing. It just blacked out. Right when it started to talk about handling protocols and derivative phenomenon. Older currents degrade, and the chewers must have gone to them. That felt intentional. Chewers aren't random, especially if it hasn't been maintained. That feels like a jab at Liam. The answer's technically correct, but it's far from fulfilling your curiosity. So, what was the missing part? Standard containment protocol, isolation, reporting, minimum emotional engagement. That sounds vague. Meant to be. If you do, you won't need the tape to tell me. Why are you even asking? Why are you even using VHS tapes? Shouldn't there be backups, digital copies on the operating system? There probably were before the place stopped receiving proper funding. Stopped? Maintenance budgets were cut years ago. Digital systems require servers, updates, technicians. Those cost money. Tapes don't. You record it, label it, put it on a shelf. It can sit there for 20 years and still work. It's like, yeah, work could grade really fast. Well, something needs it. A DVD would probably be more efficient. But if the tapes are important, wouldn't they protect them better? Alan's quiet for a moment. Important information usually isn't kept somewhere this remote. So this place is important? Not in the way you think. This facility exists so the public knows deliveries are being handled. Besides, reassurance is cheaper than solutions for them. That's kind of depressing. It's practical. It's something truly dangerous happened here. A VHS tape won't be what saves you. So that should be the least of your concern. You want to talk to him about himself. You want to know about me? You nod, patiently waiting for his reaction, or lack thereof. You sense that he's hesitating to say anything. You cook a black pill on your curiosity. I'm sorry, I should have said that. That must have made you uncomfortable. No, it's fine. I'm just thinking about what I should tell you without being too specific. Maybe, what do you Julie like? I like animals in general. They are something we must protect. And with the rose being a thing, of course, or hunting also becomes one of the problems. Why would people hunt them? I wonder, aren't they dangerous? Well, if you're trying to save your bunny rabbits from cannibal bunny, I wouldn't blame someone for hunting. That's why you became a forest ranger? Let's go with that. Your attention's just again. You didn't mean to stare. You really didn't. You lean closer before you can stop yourself. His lashes really are white, and so are the red marks around the bottom of his eyes. But the white streaks practically glow against the darker strands. And his lashes, they're pale too, and makes his eyes look sharper. Were you extremely stressed at some point? What? I mean, I heard hair can turn white from stress. And old age. So I just thought, you think I'm stressed that easily? I don't know. You do sigh a lot. Is it really natural? If it's not from stress, there's definitely not mascara. There's definitely not mascara. Of course, there's not. Why would he put on white mascara every morning? And when the light hits just right, there's a faint red tint again at the center of his pupils. Don't examine me. Maybe he's a deliberate human. Sorry. Does it bother you? No. You could touch if you want. Your brain stalls for a split second. What? You've been examining it like a lab specimen. It wasn't always like this. Now that piqued your interest. That was genetic typing of thing from how vague it was being. What do you mean? They used to be normal when something happened. I got off fine, and those tributes are parting gifts, I suppose. Must have been something dramatic. I heard that it can cause random white streaks still, though. You get a sense that if you push it any further, you won't like what you find, so you don't pry further. You want to talk to him about? William. You watch his face darkens a bit before quickly turning back to his stonic expression. It's like mentioning his name in this context gave him high blood pressure all of a sudden. Baron's a library at best. Minimum work done, blazing around the center. He doesn't even consider cleaning the easiest work out there. Sounds like a lot. Especially with the dorm, clothes everywhere, unorganized paperwork. He has never finished, and countless unspoken things. Mickens was losing his mind about it at certain points. Good thing he moved in with you. But I can't control everything, even if I want to. He's a free spirit, at least he's a good person who goes out of his way to help people who can't. Even if he doesn't get his main job done, his side mission is always a success, I suppose. What about you? What do you think of him? What do you think of Liam? I enjoy his company. He's a nice guy, I enjoy his company. Alan doesn't have any specific reaction, but he did notice his hands tying. I can guess. He's a lively individual, smooth talker, and flirtatious person at times. Though, I can only guess it's a tactic to get what he wants. So be careful. Next thing he does might be dumping his work on you. I'd like to help if I could. Don't be too kind to him. Maybe he's right. He might take advantage of that, and that might make your fatigue worse. You always sleep fitfully. How did you know? I stole everything. Always been stalkers. He has cameras in our room, and you can't even see Barham's eyes. That's usually funny. Actually, guess he does have some sense of humor. You may have to slow it down, though not to ruin the atmosphere. Want to talk to him about? Ben. Benkins is a reliable and responsible man, and though too sentimental at times. Is that a compliment? A complaint? Or a compliment? Alan exhales a bit too loudly. Not really. But that makes him push himself too harshly, like he's punishing himself. I tried to make sure he eats and rests properly, and he has been improving. I hope it stays like that. I want to count on you to assist him if you can, vice versa. Of course I will. That means I'm trustworthy? You do sound a bit like him now. Maybe being roommates kind of makes you copy them. Doubt that. If it were true, Baron would be a compliment person by now. Alan's eyes twitch slightly. He exhales to calm himself down again. Just remind him to tone down on the coffee. It's not good for his health. Unless he's having an asthma attack. He didn't think he would talk that much. Actually, it makes you less tense around him. The trail you two are walking on feels less like a duty and more like a small hangout with a friend. Another turn around the trail, and the deeper you walk in, the more unclear the path becomes, as if it were abandoned years ago. But Alan doesn't look bothered by the slightest. Then suddenly, Alan turns around abruptly. You don't even have time to react before your body is shoved sideways off the path. You pummel scrape against your skin. What's the sticks snap beneath you? Your uniform gets dirtied instantly. Eh? Not here. The other path. Maybe it was the suffocating quietness of the moment, echoing your hell breath, that made you catch his mutter. But the deer runs off in the opposite direction. Its footsteps fade into the distance. Do you open your eyes? There he is. Sorry, He saved us. He stared into each other's eyes. The world around you dissolves. All you see is him, his gaze oddly affectionate. Though it lasts only a second, Alan quickly pulls you away, standing up and looking elsewhere, visibly irritated. He holds his hand out for you to take it. He did as you pull yourself up. His hand is softer than it looks. Sorry. It's okay. You saved me. Right. I did. You can feel how equally embarrassed he is about it. It's a side you never thought he would show to anyone, let alone you. Are you hurt anywhere? You were recovering from me. No, are you? Nothing more than a thud. Good. A loud bang echoes through the forest. What was that? Flare gun. Follow me, quick. Something bad is happening. The clearing opens abruptly, and the first thing you see is red. Sony's kneeling on one knee, his right arm hanging at an unnatural angle. Thin, threaded light cuts cut across his forearm, too clean, too precise. Blood drips steadily from the deeper gashes. What happened? Fred dear, they charged us out of nowhere. He sucks his breath when he tries to strand. Alan quickly comes to his side, supporting the blond man. Despite their disagreement, Alan doesn't hesitate to help Sony. And Sony didn't protest for the assistance. Don't move too fast. Where? Right side. I think it chipped the joint. Alan hand presses carefully along Sonny's shoulder, upper arm. It's dislocated. Sonny mutters something under his breath, but his initial confusion immediately turns into fear once he knows that Alan is going to do. Breathe in. Huh? Hey, what are you doing? Breathe. Sonny exhales shakily and tests the movement, rolling his shoulder with visible restraint. The joint settles properly this time, but the damage is still there. At least it wasn't dislocated anymore. You're enjoying that a little too much. If I were, I wouldn't have fixed it. Then you heard a soft groan coming from the other direction. How could have you forgotten about her? It could shift your attention as you hear Palma trying to stay herself. She tries to strain from the tree trunk. Her knees falter, make her stumble back to the same position as before. She lost her eye. You shiftily kneel beside her, in a heartbeat, checking thin, threaded light cuts stretching from her temple down to her cheekbone. Let me see. I'm fine. Just looks dramatic. I didn't think I would be getting close scars a little too soon. He let out a dry chuckle, trying to go along with the joke. Can you see clearly? A little blurry on the side, I could see. I only have sullying water and a clean lag. Is that enough? I'll be fine. Help me get up, will ya? I'll be on my I'll be one of my legs. All right, careful. Your arms slide under her waist, trying to balance both of you on uneven ground. She's heavier than she looks when she leans into you. Slowly, okay, slowly. Her breath is warm against your shoulder, and you feel her grip tighten as she tries to regain her balance. Then she pauses, her hands lift, brushing against her hair. Wait. You feel it before you understand it. Her weight shifts, not falling, but just distracted. No, it was. Her fingers move quicker, patting near her ear, then up on her head, then back again. It was right here. Pamela? Pamela? She just answered you, not really. Her eyes flicker down to the ground. Mud, leaves, dark patches of something that isn't quite dirt. For a second, her grip on you tightens just slightly. Then she exhales. Never mind. You meet her eyes and offer a gentle, reassuring smile. She turns one just as quickly. Behind you, Alan finishes inspecting Sonny's arm. Can you walk? Yeah. He takes one confident step forward, then his knees buckle. But that moment his weight shifts, his injured shoulder jerks, and he hisses through his teeth. Alan reacts instantly, catching and supporting Sonny in time. Alan slides his arm properly under Sonny's good side, steadying him the way you were steadying Palma. I had that. You didn't. Pamela, let Ellen support you properly. Don't make this worse by being stubborn. Are you my dad or something? Whatever. Sonny glances over briefly towards Pamela. You're good? Well, I'm standing, alright. That's not what I asked. Acknowledge your little brother's left, will ya? Yeah. Asking if I'm good when you were the one who pushed me out of the way into the tree. I gain more energies. To yourself, dumb butt. Enough! If you collapse out here, we don't have the time or resources to deal with that. We're leaving now. With you stumbling with Pamela back inside the building, each of you heartbeats feels excruciating pain in your chest. You're never used to this. Seeing your friend being hurt also indirectly hurting you. It's like you feel their pain through yourself. And Mercy, Liam, Ben. Your voice cracks. You didn't mean for it to sound that desperate. Ben nearly collides with you when he rushes inside. You are Pamela into the wooden bench, your hands trembling against your shoulder. She gives you a faint, apologetic smile, as if she's the one convincing you. What happened? Liam follows right behind him, already scanning Pamela's injuries like he's assessing terrain. Holy cow. It'll get water and clean cloth. Lenny, you should go get the med kit. Roger. You step inside, your fingers still curled like they're holding onto something even after you let go. You keep replaying it. It was supposed to be just another short trail where you all fixed the radio towers and everything went back to normal like how last week had been. Fall to are Sonny and Alan. Sonny's weight is leaning hard into him, boots dragging unevenly across the wooden floor. He guides Sonny down firmly, but carefully, lowering him onto the wooden bench. What happened out there? Fred dear? Is that possible? They weren't wandering. They were hunting too. Liam returns with the medkit, sliding it across the table towards you first without thinking. What, isn't that thing like ultra rare? The moment snaps you out of whatever spiral you were falling into. Right, do something. You make your way to Sonny, dropping beside Alan without waiting to be told. Your fingers flip the clasps open, pulling out gauze, antiseptic, compression wrap. I'll clean it. Alan doesn't argue. He's just slightly giving you access to Sonny's arm while still keeping him steady. Your hands tremble for half a second before you press clean gauze against the worst of it. Sonny sucks in the breath through his teeth. Oh, okay, Jal. I am being Jal. Alan's hands adjust Sonny's wrist, slightly stabilizing the arm so you can work. Angle it down. You follow his instructions immediately. Swing laps clear at first, runs clear at first, for then pink, then red. Not really your favorite color. Don't think about it. Just do it. You wrap the bandage smug around Sunny's forearm, overwrapping clean layers over the deeper lacerations. Your fingers brush against Ellen's first second when you reach for the tape. Near of you comment on it. Do you two knows how domestic you two are right now? Domestic? Alan loses his grip once. He's sure the bandage is scared. Yeah. Very. We've been married for 5 years and argue about groceries energy. You're the one who keeps arguing with him, though. Relax, I'm complimenting the teamwork. Line up, bud. What actually happened out there before we came? So he exhales for his nose. His face furrows, having to recall what happened. We were halfway down the ridge, and the radio tower was in sight. It was oddly quiet. We could hear our breathing, you know. So I made a dumb joke about horror movies, because that's what you do when it's too quiet. And then it ends up becoming a horror movie. Then we heard it, the galloping. It didn't charge straight. It moved to the side, like it knew where we were going to move. Imagine along with the thought. It was quite scary just to think about it. Does it normally do that? No. Yeah. That's what I thought. So yeah, I fired the flare. Yeah. Without checking how many were present, because one was already my mid-lunge. Look, I don't have the luxury of hesitating. Who would be responsible if she gets hurt? The government? You? Yes. If something happens under my watch, I'm responsible. Which is why you do not escalate blind. You draw the attention of one, you risk provoking the rest. You flare forced movement. It is an emergency. What the heck else am I supposed to do then? Would I even get the heck out of that situation without using that damn flare gun? You want me to calculate angles while something's punning at us? You want me to pause and politely scan the perimeter while someone's about to get gutted? Yeah, I think I kind of understand where he's coming from. You talk like there's always time, like everything can be controlled if we just follow the damn manual close enough. You feel yourself getting goosebumps from his voice. It makes you taken back at how mad Sonny is right now. You weren't the one standing in front of it. You weren't the one hearing it splint gravel under its hooves. You think I was reacting? You think I don't know it could have gone worse? Everything went quiet around the three of you for a long while. The kind that feels stretch out too tight before Alan lets out a long exhale. Leadership is not about emotion. It's about control. And if you lose control every time something lunges at you, then you become the second hazard in the situation. Second hazard? Yes. Because your impulse doesn't just affect you. It affects everyone standing near you. You don't get to decide in a panic what risk and not everyone else has to take. You don't get to act like you have been done better from a distance. I said you done. Oh, it's not a playground. Sorry, pickers. Pikers. If you are still goofing around like the library, you can't tell when you stop. You can leave. I need some time to cool off. I don't want to leave. You don't know why, but the silence that filled the room right now is unnerving, and you really ought to follow after him now. You become painfully aware of your own breathing. Ben avoids looking at anyone. Liam rubs the back of his neck, muttering under his breath. Pamela exhales slowly, leaning back and resting the edge of the table. So he doesn't move at first. His eyes stayed fixed on the door. The Bravo from earlier drains away in pieces. He takes everything too damn personally. He flexed his bandaged arm once before awkwardly glancing at you with almost shy gaze. Man, I'm bad at this. Go after him. He's probably at the porch. And tell him that I'll do it again. Well, isn't that convenient? You're expected to go after him. He's meant to say he's physically can't apologize. Yeah, that apologize, or whatever. He scratches the back of his neck, with his uninjured hand, gaze darting away again. Pride warning visibly, with something softer. I'm not saying I was wrong. I'm just saying he looked like he was about to implode. Don't let him think I was being reckless. I knew what I was aiming at, of course I do. The door closes softly behind you, the sound muffled by the harsh of the night. The air outside is crisp, carrying the faint scent of rain-soaked earth and pine from earlier that day. Alan stands near the wooden railing, one hand gripping the wood, the other rests up under his chin. I knew you would come. Because you're cute. He wondered what it would be like to reach out, to rest your hand over his and share the weight he's carrying, even if it's just for a moment. And he finally exhales, still not looking at you. Say it. Whatever you're about to say. You say, oh, go with you did the right thing first. Do you think I'm doing the right thing? Not in the egotistic kind of way, too. I do think I'm doing the right thing, not in the egotistic kind of way, too. I calculate the outcomes, risk, consequences. If I let things slide, then someone gets hurt. If I interfere, then someone gets upset. Interfere. I could deal with being disliked, but what I can't deal with is being irresponsible. But sometimes I wonder if the delivery ruins the intention. If the way I say things makes them heavier than they need to be. My face doesn't respond the way it should. What do you mean? Expressions, they don't come naturally. I think them, I feel them, but they don't show. I've been told I look angry, or bored, or like I'm judging people. So permanent B-face? Most of the time I'm not. It's frustrating when people assume you don't care because your face doesn't cooperate. Does it bother you? More than it should. You study him, the tension around his eyes, the way his brow softens when he looks at you. That's strange. Was because you're not stiff right now. I'm not. You shake your head, a small smile tugging at your lips. Your eyes soften when you talk. And just now, you frown a little. He's blushing. It goes very still. I didn't mean to. Maybe we're the only one he, shows emotions to. You don't have to mean it. Silence stretches between you, but seems to be the most comfortable one ever. Alan looks away again, but this time his ears are red. It happens sometimes. When you're around, I don't know why. My body just stops being on guard. If I look different around you, it's not because I'm trying. It's because I forgot to. Then I'm glad I'm here. For a moment, the tension eases. Your shared silence thickens with things unspoken but understood. You weren't sure if your words had helped, but you hoped they did. Though Pamela's voice slices through the tension, a brittle cheerfulness stretches too thin. Okay, that's enough of that. You two done with the therapy session yet? We're not ending today like this. She touches both of your shoulders. Firmly, Liam bounces up beside her. He's already smiling, eager to move on. I'm proposing a bonfire. That's Wyan's welcome, technically. A bit late, but we're doing it properly this time. So what you say, boss? Ellen glares at them. It's clearly not the smartest idea to do after an attack. But it's calm enough to consider it. You can almost hear him listing everything that could go wrong. Yet Alan nods, laying out Another heavy sigh. Aaron cheers from the trio, and a small knowing handshake from Ben. Like he stopped trying to rein the three of them in a long time ago. But keep it contained. Are you guys sure? I mean, I'm fine with both having it or not. With this dummy. It's for you too, isn't? Right, you feel a bit selfish now, think about it. So maybe it's fine after all, if Alan says so. I knew it, Atlas. I promise I won't act reckless anymore. Thank you for the night. I would have believed you if you hadn't been saying that every time you did something too reckless. Stupid's fine. Hey, don't start the fire with a fight, okay? Damn it. I feel really bad at I feel bad already, gee. The bonfire comes together faster than expected. Sally handles the wood like it's second nature. Organizing, firm and efficient, assigning places with authority no one questions. And someone produced potatoes from a crate that definitely wasn't labeled for moral support. When fire finally catches, it crackles loudly and brightly, sparks lifting into the darkened sky. For first time since the attack, the cold in your chest loosens, everything seems to go back to the way it was. Wow, look at us. Near-death experience at noon. Cancers by night. Character development. Turn the potatoes before I turn you. Ben sits close enough to the warmth that his glasses fall excitedly. He keeps glancing towards the tree line, out of habit. Statistically speaking, communal fires reduce the stress hormones by... Benny? Oh, no, numbers, yeah. You find yourself watching the flames, recalling everything that happened today. It was eventful for you, and also different. The attack earlier feels distant, unreal, like something that happened to another version of you. The firelight paints everyone in gold and shadowed. The forest beyond remains dark, but less suffocating. Alright, time for the magician. She reaches into one of the supply crates and pulls out a small bundle of paper, making raise your eyebrows. The escape paperwork for the day. This is for something really wholesome, or I'm riding my wheel. Sure, if you want to die embarrassed. What tradition? We had never done this. We used to do it when we were kids, so why not implement it here? Right, that's that thing. Is it like some form of somatic processing? A coping ritual, or... Sorry, that's probably sounded clinical. It's burning things so they can stop living in your head. She passes you a small square paper and a pen. Fear, regret, whatever, something you want gone. Write that thing down. You look back at your paper. What do you want gone? I don't belong here. It comes out before you can soften it. Like you slipped into a seat meant for someone else and no one knows yet. It feels a small sense of relief after writing it down. You look at the piece of paper you have written. It feels absurdly light. Like whatever you write down won't weigh enough to matter. It's like I picked that because, definitely not a camping person. Or not, at least not, I would not be, this would not be the field I'd be in. You look over at your left, where Liam immediately hunches over his, shielding it dramatically. Privacy is essential to artistic process. You can't even spell essential. Shut up. He glances to your right. Alan hasn't said anything, but he has already finished writing his. He knows your gaze. He doesn't seem to mind or care. He doesn't shield his paper either. Everyone done? We're doing it together. On three. Why does it suddenly feel ritualistic? Because it is. 1, 2, 3. 6 hands move forward at once, releasing thin squares of paper into the heart of the fire. For a split second, they hover midair, suspended in the orange glow, before the flames rise eagerly to claim them. The paper darkens almost immediately, the edges curling inward, ink lines bleeding and dithering as the heat begins to erase what was written. You watch yours first, watch it blacken like theirs. But it seems like Alan's is catching the flame differently. You catch a glimpse of it for a second. The paper collapses inward, completely breaking apart into ash. Helen exhales loudly, clapping her hands together once as if dispelling the lingering quiet. Alright, now for our emotional purification is complete. We're absolutely not purified, though. You speak for yourself. Before the atmosphere can sink in too deeply into whatever that moment almost became, Pamela turns toward one of the supply crates again, rummaging with suspicious enthusiasm. That grin always means trouble. You especially don't have to say this, Sonny. She pulls out a small wooden box and flips it open with a dramatic fire. The scent hits you before your sight does. Wild in a way that feels just slightly untamed. And it's first stage time. Not again. Nah, you and Liam never tried it. Trust me, you two will love it. Maybe one for YN? Still no, I know. I hate alcohol. Yuck. I'm sticking to burnt potatoes tonight. I'm with Liam on that. I thought we shouldn't eat or drink anything that from around here. Isn't it risky? And against protocols? We had these since forever. Timeouts at times is fine. Besides, we got the vaccine backing us up. All good. Technically, the vaccine reduces expression risk under moderate intake conditions, assuming, shut up, Benny boy, or I will force a glass down your throat. Sorry. Also, it feels like a reason you want to get drunk. Yeah, no, I won't. Why not, after all this, right? And same as always, Alan. Thank you. You're welcome. Your jaw hangs when he casually agrees to drink. Of all the people? What about earlier drama? Or was he just trying to fit into the current mood too, like forgetting about the bad stuff and just enjoying things? He just didn't think he would be the one drinking out of everyone here. The more you ling, after Pamela pours the eccentric alcohol, he takes a glass and she offers without hesitation. Look at that, even the captain's in. See, if he can do it, so can you. Another glass she pours is extended towards you now. Peer pressure builds character. Pours it down, pours it on the floor. You unconsciously glance towards Alan again. Your tolerance. Personally, I wouldn't drink it. Don't drink it. She tilts her head back and downs a tired glass herself. She then slams the empty cup onto the crate with a dramatic fire. Your loss, honestly. Offer stands, though, whenever you feel brave. I keep that in mind. Waste not, Right, what a legend. Right, vaccine time for you. You're doing it? Yeah. Who else here holds a needle on purpose? You just drank. You just drank too. Your face is the one that's getting red. Oh, please. It was just barely a minute. I'll do it. You watch him disappear into the darkness between the trees. The building door creaks faintly when it opens and then shutting again behind him. For a moment, the fire feels louder without him there. The cracking mood and the quiet rustle of the forest filling the space he left behind. Suddenly wasted no time pouring himself another splash. He really walked off mid-campfire to grab medical supplies. Honestly, that's on brand. Let's carry responsibility like it's a hobby. Dude barely sleeps, patrols half the forest by himself, and still remembers everyone's stupid protocol rules. He's very fertile. That's a nice way to say intense. That's a nice way to say responsible. I mean, you gotta admit though, He's scary when he wants to be. We're just lucky he's not aiming at us right now. Yeah, terrifying, generally. And was going to say efficient. He's also the reason we're still alive, including your stupid butt, Sonny. Yeah, no, I know. Still, he flickers his twig into the fire, watching it catch, then glances over at you. Must be nice having someone like that always hovering around, always watching out for you, You weren't sure if he was trying to jab at you or just making a statement. You jealous? Of what? Of the attention, honestly? Please. If I wanted that kind of babysitting, I'll fake a sprained ankle. Oh, so you would. What? I'm just a little guy. Barely taller than you, Pamela. We don't talk about the height here. It's forbidden. Technically, he's a little taller than her. You don't really know when or how Alan returned with the vaccine. The next moment, he's already kneeling beside the crate and locks the case with a quiet click inside the files sit neatly arranged. Before he could even take one, Pamela leans forward and snatches it from his hand. Thank you. Careful. Relax, Alan. She turns a veil between her fingers before glancing at you. Besides, have some trust in the ex-nurse, please. Last time didn't exactly go smoothly. You gulp your saliva, getting reminded of your body automatically. Response to is very shameful. And how you just couldn't stop yourself from swatting his hand that moment when you two first met. The needle slides out, and the small square of cons stays pressed beneath the strap of tape. Pound pats your arm once, with the kind of casual confidence that suggests the whole thing was far less dramatic than everyone had made it out to be. And just like that, the moment passes too quickly as it arrived. For a few seconds, nothing happens. Notice there's no sting beyond the brief pinch, and the faintness fades almost immediately beneath the warmth of the fire. See, perfectly alive. Alan says nothing. He simply closes the metal case again. Thank you, Pamela. And just like that, the tension dissolves. Sonny ends up laying forward towards the flames with a long sigh, stretching his legs out. You know, this might actually be the most peaceful night we've had here. You know that every time something doesn't try to eat us, you say that every time that happens, it's a pretty low bar. Our standards are truly aspiring. Ben nudges one of the potatoes with a small stick, carefully rotating it in the coils. He seems to be trying very hard not to think about anything more complicated than roasted vegetables. If you burn that side any further, it's going to become carbonized. Well, that word felt unnecessary. Word felt unnecessary. It means charcoal. The fire pops loudly, sending a brief scatter of sparks up into the dark canopy above, and for a while the conversation drifts into smaller things. And slowly everyone relaxes a little more into the warmth of the fire. Slightly leans sideways against Pamela's shoulder without asking. She doesn't bother shoving him off. Liam ends up half reclining on one elbow, staring up at the sky as if he was trying to count stars and failing. Ben keeps fiddling with the potato stick, and Alan sits a little apart from the rest of them, quiet as always. He's watching the flames in that thoughtful way of his that makes it hard to tell whenever he's resting or just monitoring everything around him. Wait. Look! William produced a small camera like a magician drilling a trick. That's my camera. Ding ding, correct? No way he stole it. It's borrowed, mind you. You removed it from the equipment shelf without asking me. No problem. I won't do it again, though. William turns the camera into his hands. He looks around the rest of you, then back at the camera. You know something weird, though? We've been stuck out here for how long now? And we never take a single photo together. Why would we? Like, we see each other every day, man. You're so sappy sometimes. Photographic evidence in case anyone asks if I existed. Or, proof I didn't make you up. A bold assumption, really. I'm sure we all are here by circumstances. No sane person would pick eating canned food every other day. Just every other day. Maybe it's that for you, boss. Zane nudges Alan playfully. Please give that back before you drop. Relax, Benny, but he glances towards you. Hey, actually, you take it there. Me? For what? To document our greatness, like Aunt William said. I probably just cut someone's head off. No, you got the vision. I could tell. Okay, I'm gonna cut William's head off on the photo. How I did it, the one who. You can't possibly tell that. You don't really mind being the one holding it, you realize. He sighs, he lifted the camera. Everyone's already shuffled into rough formation. Sunny slides the camera around Pamela, William tugging Ben into the frame despite the protest. 1, 2, and Alan drifts towards the back instead, half a step behind everyone else, close enough to still be in the frame, but already clearly not trying to be. 3. Aww. The faint scent of smoke still clings in your clothes, and when you shake out your sleeves, tiny specks of ash fall onto the wooden floor. Both you and Ben are getting ready for bed after the bonfire. On one that somehow left you feeling like you belong here a little more than you did this morning. What do you think? Well, that was something new, I think. I enjoyed it. Oh, I guess I did too, despite everything. I enjoy being with you. Yeah, I'm gonna do your route someday. I must say, it went better than I expected. He lets out a small, breathy laugh. Like we were just students on a long trip. Ben moves around the room with a kind of careful quiet, like he's used to not making noise, even when no one's around to disturb. While he settles in the bunk above Hugh. Always where he got the one with the teddy bear. You do the same, sticking into the mattress with a tiredness that's more emotional than physical. You stare at the wooden slats above your bed before pulling your blankets up to your chin. Now that I think about it, this is actually the first time we properly sleeping in the same room. What do you mean? We shared the room, right? Yeah, but you're always at the lab. By the time I get back, you're gone, and when you return, I'm already asleep. It's kind of the first time since I got here that we were here at the same time. Oh, I suppose I have been avoiding sleeping together. Because we're a girl? Workaholic. Isn't intentional, I swear. It's like I prefer sticking to a plan or routine. It's weird that we didn't get to go bunk with the only other girl in the but then again we could actually I'll be fine with having Ben as my roommate. It isn't intentional, I swear. It's just like I prefer sticking to a plan or routine. Then again, I could still play as a guy, so I'm just like brain fart. I didn't realize it felt that distant. Hey, it's nothing serious. It's up for your health. What do you mean? We share the room, right? The one outside fades into something distant, rhythmic. The wooden bunk frame no longer creaks. The restless movements from above have finally stopped. On the lower bed, you've gone completely quiet, already drifting into dreamland. Why in? No reply from you. Must have been the vaccine. Good night, Lion. I can't wait to do his route. Day 2. I'll drink it. Just one, okay? That's spirit. Shikuka shoves a glass filled to the brim with the liquor to your hands. You take one last deep breath and swallow it in one go, earning a cheer. It tastes like fruit punch, surprisingly. Initial thought it wouldn't hit that bad. Well, it didn't take long for it to suddenly slam into you like that. Ah, that face. You respond with, "It's nothing." Nothing? He leans closer, inspecting your face like he's evaluating a suspicious product. You look like a tomato. I agree, a very brave and red tomato. Let her breathe. I don't think wine's supposed to be that color. Yes, probably. You laugh, you'd think you do, but the sound feels delayed, like your body's catching up to your mind. Everyone would have believed you if you told them this is your first time drinking. You feel almost cheated, like why hadn't you tried this before? Your joyous energy and laughter catches everyone off guard. You look carefree and relaxed, unlike what you've been for the last week. I wouldn't be drinking to begin with. Oh wow, wasted completely. Absolutely gone. That's crazy. Pamela waves a hand dismissively before taking another sip of her own drink. Fine, wine is just relax for once. Well, that's relaxing. Ben looks mildly concerned, but there's a hint of amusement in his voice as he watches you. Are you okay? You nod immediately, maybe a little too immediately. Mm-hmm. If you say so. So if it makes the world tilt slightly to the left, you blink at the campfire as if it personally betrayed you. So why is the fire moving? I mean, it's called flames. Don't bully her. Hey, how many fingers am I holding up? He squinted his hand. Do you always have this many fingers? 7. Sorry, I didn't know. You lean forward slightly, resting your elbows on your knees. Your limbs feel loose, light, almost floaty. The warmth of the fire feels really nice. Really, really nice. You should probably stand up. You're not sure why. It seems important. You push yourself to your feet. The ground shifts a little under you. Oh, there is. Whoa there. You take one step forward. The second step is questionable. You sway slightly. You also suddenly have the strong urge to say something very important. I think I was going to. Lion. Alan's voice cuts through the noise like a clean line for fog. You hadn't even noticed him. He's standing just beyond the edge of the firelight, his expression calm but sharp as his eyes set on you. For a moment, no one speaks. You blink at him. Oh, Alan. You smile at him a little too brightly. You're too bored to even see anyone's face clearly. You're done for tonight. Hey, we haven't even begun the real thing yet. Let her stay, come on. You can't just kidnap her. I think Alan might be right. He kind of is. Alan doesn't even look at them. His attention remains entirely on you as he studies your brows. Cabin, now. But the fire's nice. You're overheating. His hands is already in your elbow. You don't remember when he got that close. No way, I'm not weak. Alan's hand steadies your arm as he guides you away from the fire. Wow, he's actually ignoring us. Cold, heartless, rude, protective. The warmth from the fire fades quickly once you step beyond the circle of light. Beyond you, their voices blur together with the crackling fire and the chorus of insects in the forest. You let him lead you out, your feet shuffling slightly in a dirt path. You don't realize how unsteady you were until the path evens out beneath your feet. Alan? You're very tall, like giraffe. I only saw them on TV, but they are all... You trail off, losing track of what you were trying to say halfway through. I think you're making it blush, though. Imagine he was smiling at that. It was so impulsive for you to say, and yet, strangely enough, it makes you feel relieved. Thank you. Sand is cold against your skin. Cooler than it should be, maybe. Stumbling back towards the cabin in your dorm, cabin of your dorm, you barely make it to the doorframe before you feel yourself free falling. You should have been so stubborn about not needing Alan to study you. You wonder how any of those three, especially Alan, can handle such a strong, abnormal drink. But a strong pair of arms support you the moment you feel it. Your eyes have never been this blurry. Is this what they drink here? Or are you just a white light? Not sure, but what you're sure of is I never felt so tired before. Alan, I told you I don't recommend taking that much. I didn't take that much. Your words slurred together embarrassingly. You try to laugh it off, but your knees buckle again. I'll be fine. Just left, right. You don't even get to finish your sentence before the world goes completely black. Your body thinks it's free falling again, but Alan catches you in time. He slips one arm under your knees and braces the other behind your back, lifting you as easily as if gravity doesn't exist. Out cold. He pauses outside your door. Not that you or anyone would ever know how he's holding himself back, now that he's finally has you in his arms. You want to blame the derivatives, but he's far too aware that it's never been because of them. Not that he's finally learning how to form expressions properly. Not now that he's finally tangled in threads he doesn't want to escape. I can't help but think it has begun. But I also have to remember that I've always been immune after all. With you in his arms, he strides across the half hallway, back to yours in Ben's room. As soon as he opens the door, he heads straight for the bottom bunk, which is yours. Or so I've been told myself. Immunity only means exposure, though, doesn't. He slowly lays you down, drawing the blanket over your unconscious body with a gentleness no one has ever seen from him. He tucks edges in around your shoulders, smoothing out the folds. That wasn't even crooked. Your head rolls slightly to the side from the movement, but it lands perfectly on the pillow. You don't stir in the slightest. Nothing but the faint rhythm of your breathing. You look so fragile. Glass would suit you. Keeping away from this cruel world. Your hair has fallen across your face, uneven strands brushing your cheek, your eyelashes. Without thinking, he reaches out, his fingers hover first, then gently move the strands away. You don't have to prove anything. His fingers move again, stroke your hair most affectionately. He never had to. I don't like this. Not the drink. Not that way you collapsed. Not the way I felt catching you. You hate me if you heard all that. Or will like ya. Good thing you won't. So, rest well, my antidote. Tomorrow will be better, I promise. Okay, so it's going to day 2. I know day 2 is not fully finished, so that's why I'm gonna end it here on day 1. I'm gonna just stop it there. I'm gonna do everyone's day 1 routes, and then when day 2 is fully done, I will go back. So if you like my content, please consider subscribing, liking the video, and commenting down below. I'll see you guys next time.